Hey, welcome back to Pour Over Marketing. I'm Rob Southgate, and it is definitely a coffee morning here. Uh, okay, lots and lots and lots of things have been happening this week, so we are going to talk about some marketing, talk about some updates, and I want to hear from you guys. I want to get some ideas from you guys because, well, you'll see what we're talking about today. Now, let's see if we have anybody joining us. I don't see anybody yet. So it looks like it's you and me, Internet. So let's, I don't want to make the major announcement until I have people here, although I guess I can. Let me get the presentation. So a couple of things from last week. First of all, we are actually, this is the most important. We're going to start here. You can see I had my thoughts all together and I have everything out on my screen. And then as soon as I start, I went, no, I don't like the way that was going. I want something different. Pivoting. Boy, there's a theme that we've had on this show, right? So in the last few days, Liz, you guys should know Liz because she's been a guest on this show. She was on a Thursday night happy hour one time. She is my friend that is a PR person, and she had all that great information about PR. And we know that from Integrated Marketing Palooza how important PR is in the mix. Liz reached out, and she said, very vague type post to me. She said, "Hey, what are you doing October 27th?" I said, I don't know. Looks like I'm free. What's up? Want to put on a con? I said, well, give me more details before I say yes or no to that, right? So what she had in mind, and this might be something that we're going to have to go over again on here today. So if you're watching and you go, he's repeating himself, it's because people that are watching, I have a feeling as we pick up steam, we're going to get a few more of the people that normally watch this show that are going to be very interested in this, but I'm going to get it out now. So she was supposed to do some panels at San Diego Comic-Con. And in the past, she has gone there and done these professional panels. They're not just goofy like, Geektastic Cage Match, which is one of them I do. They're more like my business ones or my higher level ones that I do. And she'll do, women in publishing or LGBTQ representation in comics. And she'll have a whole panel of really great experts and people on it. She's invited me to do it a few times. And in fact, last year, she couldn't go and she asked if I wanted to just take the panels. Problem is, who's paying for it? Right? So I've never gone. I've never gone to San Diego Comic-Con. I've never taken these panels, even though it would probably be very good for me from a, exposure standpoint. But there's a huge cost involved. So she was supposed to do it again this year. And she said too much of a cost. And they agreed to doing it virtually. She was going to do a series of things virtually for San Diego Comic-Con. Number one, super interesting to me. Maybe I should reach out for next year and do some virtual stuff. But number two, I forget why, but it just kind of fell through for her, and she didn't want to do something. And part of it was related to the hurricane or hurricanes. Let's put an S on the end of that one. I think that people couldn't make it. I think that the whole thing just didn't work for her. And she said, forget it. I'm not doing this. But she still has the itch, right? She still wants to do something. She has these really cool panels. So what she wants to do is start a virtual one. She said, well, here's what's crazy. It is so close. It is so close to what we talked about doing, which we're going to be doing for Four Horsemen, what we're going to be doing for Southgate Media Group on a regular basis. The same type of idea ties to Writers Row as well, where we're basically doing some of these amazing panels because we have in our stable of panels, we probably have 40 that I would say are as good as any panel you'll ever run into, and you're only seeing them in Louisville, and they're never aired anywhere else. You don't get a chance to go through these. It doesn't give exposure to the people that we want to give exposure to. So it's very close to that. And then I remembered after saying yes to this, I actually wrote a business plan that is inches away from this idea. Back when I was in my master's, we were going to do a thing with our podcast network that was, I mean, it's so close to the same idea. We had a whole plan built out, and that stemmed out of our podcast marathons and our live microcons that we used to do. And we were like, "Oh, this is so close." So here's the hitch. She wants to do it October 27th. She says, "Is that too soon?" So I jumped on a call with her, and we realized it's not too soon to do what she wants to do. In fact, Russell Nohelty, back when I first met him, he was a guest on Molly's show, Read Between the Lines. He's a comic book writer, and he and novelist. When COVID hit, he had the same reaction I did when I started Alley Chats, which was a podcast for my friends so that they could get exposure and talk about their stuff. He started a thing called WannaCon. COVID hits. He says, we need to do something. So he starts WannaCon. And it was within 1 week, he put on a virtual Comic-Con with all these panels, right? Once again, very similar. Afterwards, I interviewed him about that. We had this great conversation about the marketing and blah, blah, blah. In fact, I think if you go back on New Media Lab on the podcast, you should be able to find the interview with Russell where we talk all about WannaCon. Pretty interesting. In fact, now that I've said it, I think I need to go back and find that panel with Russell where we talked about WannaCon, because we did talk about how you launch something like this in 7 days. Now, the reason Liz brought me in is she said, if there's anybody that knows how to do this kind of thing and that knows how to like put these panels together and make them really cool and bring in really cool people, it's me. She has a lot of connections in the geek industry. So she was like, hey, I want to use these people, but you fill it in. And she wants me to bring authors in from Four Horsemen for this one thing. And then she said, there's a gaming thing. And it was funny. The person, she said, oh, I've got one person I want to bring in. Same person I thought of. I've interviewed him more than once. We've hung out in person together. So he was the guy I was thinking of. She's like, oh, you know him because he was one of my clients and I sent him to you for an interview. Aha. So it's only 3 hours. In fact, I should do this. Hold on. I wonder how I do this so that I get no, I don't want that. Just this panel showing. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I can do it from this thing. Portable slides. Share. So there it is. Save the date for Huracan, October 27th, 1 to 4 in the afternoon, Central Time. It is a free virtual event. Maeve is the one that named it Huracan. Liz was like, let's call it Hurricane Con. And Maeve right away goes, Huracan's a better name. And oh, she's right. For a branding standpoint, so much better. So save the date. I should do it again. Huracan, October 27th. That's next week from 1 to 4. Now, I can't reveal what we're going to have on it. I can't reveal what the panels are. And that's not what we're talking about here. We're going to talk about actually the marketing of it and how you pull this off. Now, we have an advantage that Russell didn't have. We have two advantages. One, she comes to me, she says, how do we pull this off? What type of platform do we use? And what panels do we do? I had her send me the panels that she was going to do. I said, let's look at those. I read the descriptions. We're going to play with those, change them a little bit, bring in some people. I posted a thing, a vague book. Hey, anyone interested in Huracan, DM me. Oh my God, I've got some incredible people that DM'd me. In fact, some of them I just can't. I can't. There's too many people and they're too good. So I talked to Liz again and I said, here are some of the names and here's some of the stuff. And she was like, holy crap, do we need to do like 3 days? And I said, no, we're doing 3 hours. That's it. But this shows us proof of concept. People are hungry for this. They want this type of thing. So all those ideas we had for the Four Horsemen one, for the Southgate Media Group one, those have legs. And Huracan, we can make it either, you know, biannual, we can do it annually, whatever it is. But it's another piece of the puzzle it can support, right? And that's without revealing the other one that Maeve and I developed that we have all the social media and everything for that we've never put out there, but we have another idea that we haven't branded that's again in the vein. So we're learning now how to pull one of these off. An advantage we have though. Oh, and by the way, I found out another advantage when I was talking to her. A third person who's involved was a guy who was very much involved with I don't want to say what it is because he's not working there any longer, but he was involved with uh, an online presence that is really big and really known in the nerd geek world. And he was their content guy. He did exactly this kind of thing, although he didn't do it on the platforms we're talking about. So what we're going to do is we're going to run it on Twitch. All things go according to plan. It's going to run on Twitch, which means we can stream it then to our various Facebook pages, and we can run it on YouTube. And it's going to be through the Southgate Media Group Twitch page. But if you're a Twitch fan and you know somebody that restreams stuff, they can restream it. So we could be in multiple places. In fact, I know one place that has 20,000 followers that already I know is going to restream it for us. So the same time we're doing it, it'll be live on their platform as well. An advantage we have is that we do live in an age where we can do that restreaming and that we have these connections in Twitch. This other guy has a lot of connections. When I said that, all of a sudden I was like, wait a minute, that's the way to do it. And he knows so many Twitch streamers. So now we know we have to get it right for these 3 hours because we may have a lot of exposure. Now, from a marketing standpoint, the first thing I start thinking about is how do we market this? We've got short time. We're not going to, set up a ton of social media accounts, so we have to use more organic places. Right away, Liz says, "Don't you worry about that." Now, she's a PR person, calls herself the Geek Sherpa because she deals in the geek world so much. She said, "I gotcha. I'm going to do all PR for this." So we're not having to pay for PR. She's writing copy, she's floating it by me, then she's putting it out there, trying to get exposure that way. I'm going to go grassroots. As soon as we have things locked in, I'm just going to go to the various groups that I normally go to, including a couple of Discord groups that most people are not aware of that are full of con goers and con presenters. Uh, when I talk to a lot of people that do what we do, they have no idea this group exists. I got invited into it, and there's hundreds of people in there. I'm not going to say thousands, but there's hundreds of people that are very active in this world. If we have hundreds of people watching this because that's their thing, we are a success, especially for a first thing in 7 days. And Russell actually wrote a blog post about it way back, which he gave me. He sent me a copy of, like he copied it and sent it, and he took it down because he didn't want to do it again. He was like, I don't want to have questions about this. I don't want to deal with it. But yeah, here's my blog post about it where he maps out what he did to pull off WannaCon in 7 days. He's like, here's a roadmap. Fantastic. How much time am I going to put into this? All said and done, probably about 2 hours, other than the day of the event. Got to make money at it. Can't put my efforts into things that aren't going to make money. Can't get distracted. I've got a million plates spinning right now, and we are trying very desperately to figure out where income is and how we can survive through things. So something cool like this can't be a big distraction, but if it can make us a few bucks, fantastic. If I can pull my part of it off in only a couple hours, even better. We're not counting me talking about it here as one of the hours. So far, I've spent minutes on it. I haven't even sent out the emails I need to. All I've done is a post and replied to a couple of people and said, here's a few ideas. So in the next 2 days, I'll be doing my hour, 2 hours of work on it. And then, I don't know, what do we have? 15 minutes or so of sharing because I know exactly where it's going to go. It's going to be very cool. It's going to be very cool. Here, I'll share it again because we now have new people in here. But it's WannaCon. It is next Sunday from 1 to 4 Central Time. It's a free virtual event. It's essentially 3 hours of like some of the best panels you'd see at a Comic-Con. Topics we're going to cover this time, for sure, we're going to have a writers panel, which I'm not going to reveal what the panels are about, but we're going to have some writers on there. We're going to have some comic book people. In fact, I've got a couple of surprises, which are really fun for that. And I think we're doing, and the third one is gaming. And she wants it to be like people from the gaming industry, but not just tabletop. It could be video game, it could be card game, it could be tabletop, TTRPG. The person she brought in is TTRPG, so I don't think I'm going to bring another one of those in. But I do have some other interesting ones that I could bring in that would be a lot of fun. The key to all of it is, and to this in general, the reason I said yes is this goes back to something we've talked about on here a lot, which is finding the opportunities, trying to make the most out of them, and trying to help them work together. It's that same idea of integrated marketing. You could call this an element of that because it really is. But we're creating an event to give exposure to people, to build our brand, and to expose sponsors. She did that too. I told her what that should be, and she sent out sponsorship things, and she's already got one. Now I haven't heard what an amount is, but she's already got one that said, yeah, they want to do it. Fantastic. Fantastic. So if you know somebody who would like to be a sponsor on this thing, here's the deal. It's called Hurricane. The reason is because of the hurricanes. There's so many people that are displaced that are like, they were going to go have fun at a con or do whatever. They can't. They can't. They're sitting there with their phones. Hopefully they have service. They're sitting there with their laptop. They're just like, please give me something entertaining and fun and let me escape. So that's why we're doing it. And we're going to take a percentage of anything that comes in, because with Twitch, you could take donations. So we're going to turn donations on. Please, when you watch it, donate. It's not going to be one of those telethon things where we say donate, 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 donate. We'll talk about it a couple of times. But if you donate, a percentage of that is going to go to one of these hurricane relief funds. We have one. I don't think we've settled on it, although I'm settled on it. We'll see once the three of us talk this week. But there's a really good one that we know is boots on the ground. We know that every dime that comes in goes to the relief. It doesn't pay any administration or anything. It's a group that someone we know, her son-in-law is doing work with, and said, yeah, even like when they say it's not for profit, there is nobody in the organization getting a dime. If they are running the situation, if they're the ones like managing, if they're the top dog, everything goes to it. That's their donation. I'm donating my time to make this work and to help people. And they are doing some crazy stuff she was telling me. I was like, oh my God. I mean, stuff that like, pulling bodies out of places and that. And they're like, they're the only ones going in, and they're doing it because somebody's got to, and they understand that. We want to support them. So I think that's the group. I don't want to reveal who it is until we lock that down, but I think that's what we're going to do. No matter what, it'll be something for hurricane relief, and we want to be able to send some money their way. So, once again, next Sunday, Huracan, October 27th, 1 to 4 Central. And it will be on the Southgate Media Group Twitch channel. It'll be on Southgate Media Group's YouTube channel. It'll be streaming on our Facebook stuff. Whether it's Southgate Media Group, I should be able to stream it to mine personally. We'll try to get it so it's all live everywhere. The Alley Chats Facebook page. In fact, if it works, it's gonna be the first thing that goes live on my TikTok. I've only posted, I think, 2 songs that Molly has done on my TikTok because I haven't launched the TikTok, which is going to include this show. I've made a bunch of videos for it. I haven't posted yet, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to kick that TikTok off by streaming Huracan live on my TikTok channel, which is so cool. If it all works, we shall see. I'm getting vibes of Live at the Blue Box. We used to, and this is when it wasn't quite as easy. We would do our live show, and we record it. We had everything set up and went through a sound mixer, and then I brought an MP3 recorder to record. And they were like, well, we should try to capture video. And we did capture video. It's not great video, but we have video of almost everything we did. And we would set up, in the beginning, we just set up one phone and record. And then as time went on, we would get multiple phones. I'd have 2 or 3 phones up, and we would stream to Meerkat and Periscope. You guys remember those? They were kind of like YouTube or Vine. We did stream to Twitch. I was told we were the first non-video game show that was streaming to Twitch. We had no viewers, but Twitch told me they were like, we don't know how to categorize this, but we like what you're doing. And within a few weeks, they had a thing where you could be an entertainment category. And then right after that, they made it so you had to apply to be able to do something that wasn't video game related. But we were the ones, we just went like, it's live streaming, let's do it. Bam, we turned it on, and we would talk to Twitch, and there were 0 donations. There were, a few people would watch here and there. There was good feedback from the few people that watched, but Twitch liked it a lot. So here we are back at Twitch doing something very similar, but instead of being in a coffee shop, it's going to be from our homes like this. And yeah, it's very exciting. So you that are watching, how would you put the word out? What do you think you would do? Would it be simply social media, going to your Facebook page and just posting about it? Would you invite people? What do you think? We'll see if we get any comments. If not, I'll ramble about what I think. Okay, I'm going to ramble. So this is a perfect opportunity to go multi-platform. First thing I would do, and I'm going to do, is take the press release. Liz is writing a press release. I'm going to make sure that I tweak it so that it has certain keywords in it. If she hasn't done that, reformat it into a blog post. And I'm going to post that blog on Southgate Media Group's blog page. Now, does that get a lot of traffic? No, but it is crawlable, and it is something we can then share. It is something that Google might pick up on. Okay, there are keywords that are in there, hurricane, Comic-Con, things like that Google will be looking for, and people searching will then be able to find it on there, hopefully. We'll also use those hashtags, right? I would so there'd be a blog post. I'll take that same blog post that explains the whole thing and has the whole map out, and I'm going to send it out to my newsletter through Southgate Media Group. If we had more time, I would interview some people for podcasts to give everybody some juicy bits to work with, but there's just not enough time. Not enough time for me to pull that off. If there's somebody out there that has a podcast or is a podcaster that wants to take that on, come join the team. I'm urging you to. It'd be awesome. But I do not have the time, and I'm not going to do it. But I would, given a little more time. Uh, including when I say that you make video interviews and then you turn them into audio as well. That's the trick. Make sure you record it as video, edit it, make it look cool, and then strip the audio off it. Sometimes, like I just did a podcast interview with somebody where I had to edit both. There was stuff in the live video that was a little bit harder to edit out, or I didn't want to edit out. Whereas on the audio version, it was like, yeah, I want to cut this thing down. I want to get it down to like 30 minutes from 45. And then you can say, hey, if you want the full experience, there's another 15 minutes of this interview over on our YouTube channel. So I would do that. I would do the blog. I would do the newsletter. I would do Facebook groups. I would look and find where are Facebook groups that match the subjects, where we can say, hey, we're doing this. Where are the groups that are looking for events that are fundraising for hurricane relief, maybe, or that are charitable that want to do stuff like this? Because there are groups. I would look on Discord. I found that one group that's really great, but I bet there's some other groups that would be really good to do that with. I would take everybody that we're going to get involved, and I would say, look, this is bigger than we're going on and talking about your book. To be a part of it, we need you to be active. We need you to share something on your social media, to create something on your social media, to let people know you're going to be there and that a percentage is going to hurricane relief. I mean, yeah, it's a tough time. It's a tough time to get press and to get people to shell out money because they're all worried about the election. But we've got people pulling bodies out from hurricanes. We've got people that are, without homes, or pets are missing or hurt or dead. And there's just a lot of horrific things going on. And yes, I'm not one that's saying the government's not helping. They're trying to help. Okay, without getting political, they're trying to help. There are issues in the pipeline, and they're trying to get this, but it takes time. And the fastest way to cut through that tape is to do things like this, to make it direct pipeline. You do this event, a percentage of it goes to that, and boom, they got more money that they desperately need. The problem is you got to make sure of what charities you're giving to. Some of them, it all goes to admin, and then you're like, well, what am I doing? So those would be my approaches. And then obviously the press release itself, very important. And I would ask everybody, make sure you're doing this. And once again, even with that, where I come in is people that are going to be guests on this thing. I tell them, here are some ways you can do this, right? Do a live thing. If you're an author and you have a Goodreads page, turn on the live author thing on Friday night before the event. I'm going to be on for an hour doing an AMA about my book series and talk about how you're going to be on this. It's an opportunity for any of the guests to try to get on other things that would put them live, boom, right there, so they can say, I'm going to be doing this. More exposure for them. The more exposure for them, it also is good for the event, which means more money flowing to hurricane relief. People that just go on, hey, I got in and I get to be a guest. Great. That's great. That might be all you can muster. I mean, I only have limited time. I can only do so much, but I'm going to try to make whatever noise I can in a limited time. Like I said, the admin part of Huracan, I plan to spend 2 hours max. It should be about 2 hours. And then the day of the event, which is another 3. But if opportunities arise where I can jump on and promote it somehow, if I need to make a short little commercial that Well, if I have a friend with a podcast, let's say Jesse with Celestine Bruce, is like, hey, I've got a new episode coming out Thursday. Can you do a little promo? Yeah, I'll record a little promo, send it to him. He can tack it on his podcast. This Sunday, Hurricane, a live virtual event. It's free for you. We are taking donations. A percentage goes to this group, Hurricane Relief. Here's what the lineup is. Boom. I have a group called Geeking Out on Facebook. It doesn't get a ton of traffic, but it does get traffic. And people that have been on it. So typically what I used to do is just put Facebook events. Then we started doing reviews of things, which were pretty popular, but it's really time consuming. Now what I've been doing is getting people that have events that seem really cool, really nerdy, fun. And I do a quick interview with them, just like 3 questions. Tell me about the event, blah, blah, blah. Here's what's going on. Here's how you can participate. And they're out. It's like 3 to 5 minutes. I'm going to record one of those. I'm going to record a video doing that. It might be me. I might get Liz. I might get this other guy involved. And we'll say, okay, let's do a quick one. I'll interview you. Just say, here's just stuff. We're talking 5 minutes. And I throw it up on Geeking Out. It's another opportunity. If I had 10 places that let me do 5 minutes, number one, I might be able to record them and just send them to them. But if they need to do something for themselves, 5 minutes here or there, not a big deal. Not a big deal. And by partnering with people, I don't have to have it sit on me. I can say, hey, Liz, I'm rebuilding this. I need you to go do this. Or if there's somebody, one of the game writers or an author that is involved, give them the details and say, hey, can you go on and promote it? Yeah, why not? I know I've done that kind of stuff for people when I've been involved in things. Why not? And you know what? If this works the way it's looking like it will, like I said, this is kind of a proof of concept, not only for Hurricane and what we can do virtually, but for that 6-year-old business plan that is so freaking cool. It'd be the kind of thing where like I could burn pretty much all my other stuff. I mean, not my job stuff, but my creative stuff, and just do it there. I can do my interviews on that. So instead of having my week taken up, it's like Friday night, I'm on for 4 hours, but I do all my interviews live. I do all my stuff live. Might be really cool. And it's not just me. Those events, I want to talk about it so badly. I want to tell you this cool thing. And then what the offshoot of it that is insanely cool, the thing that Maeve and I set up, but I can't. Oh God, it's so cool. If I could just crack this nut so that we're making real money doing that kind of stuff, we could bring you just crazy good stuff. But on that end, it takes money, which is why I have to say I can only do 2 hours for this crazy cool thing. Or I have to not do it, Once again, anybody have ideas? We've only had in and out one person and then 2, 3, and then out again. Nobody has responded in our comment section. Does anybody have any questions about marketing? Do you want to have any ideas on this? Anything they want to share? I would love to get some comments. Okay. So what else? Let's shift gears. Let's get to you, entrepreneur you. This is not just single event stuff. This is bigger stuff. We are a couple of weeks away from Halloween. Halloween is a marketing opportunity. You need to jump on this week if you're going to do anything. With Four Horsemen, we are doing all month. We've been doing a spooky sale. In fact, let me pull it up here. There it is. Spooky sale. All horror, mystery, and thriller all month long, 25% off. We have a banner at the top of the website. We have sent out a newsletter, not for that, but a newsletter with that in it. This week, I'm going to be sending a new newsletter out that is specifically this. It's essentially a blog post, specifically showing horror, mystery, and thriller books from the Four Horsemen catalog, 25% off through this date. Bam. On our social media side, starting this week, we're going to do a little bit more. Now, we've been doing a great job. Bo has been doing just an absolutely great job of keeping the social media train rolling. What I'm going to be doing this week is adding in these specific engagement posts that are tied back to the spooky sale. Last year, we did a thing just promoting horror books. We didn't have a sale. It just was like, hey, what's your horror read? And I did a couple of posts. I did maybe 3 or 4 posts. I'm trying to remember how many. I don't mean to exaggerate. It was I think 3 or 4 that were specifically like, what was the first horror book you read, or greatest moment in a horror movie? And that's all they were just these things with a cool image, and that was it. And we got really good engagement. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to be promoting per se. I'm going to be putting those out. And then in the comment part of it, it'll say 25% off spooky sale at Four Horsemen. Don't miss out. So it's not like you're seeing an ad, you're seeing an engagement thing, and we're asking for people to respond. But there is that subtle, oh, by the way, right? So you need to think about your business. What are you doing to capitalize? If there is something you can do to capitalize. If not, there is. Maybe you don't have a sale. Maybe you don't have a horror related product. That doesn't matter. What are you going to do to say Happy Halloween? There's an opportunity for engagement. So whatever your business is, think about it. You know, I'm a baker. You're going to be making some Halloween cupcakes and things, right? Take pictures of them and share them on your social media. Or put a post with like, that show Nailed It? Take a picture of like just a terrible Nailed It Halloween thing and say, got a picture of the worst attempt you ever made at a Halloween dessert? Share it in the comments. That kind of stuff works great. Because the goal then is not driving sales. The goal is brand awareness, engagement, that kind of a thing. Then right on the heels of Halloween is Thanksgiving, which to us means Black Friday, Cyber Monday. You need to get that plan in order, because you don't want to have your stuff hit Black Friday out of the blue. I've done this. I've made this mistake. I've done gift guides and they all start up on Black Friday. Bam, gift guide. It doesn't really translate as well. You're not, Target or Best Buy trying to hide what your sales are and a little bit, get to see a little bit, get to see a little bit, and then the day hits and bam. No. What you need to be doing is starting November 1st, day after Thanksgiving, start priming the pump. Put your gift guides out. Have a gift guide. Now, there's a couple of ways you can do that. If you're somebody who has a package deal you're putting together for Black Friday or whatever, I wouldn't put that package deal on Friday, but I'd start promoting the things that are part of the package so that by the time Black Friday hits, there's an interest in those things. And just before Black Friday, like, hey, Black Friday sale, here's a leak. You can get all of the things at 10% off or 15% off on Black Friday. So all month you've been saying, here are the products. Look at all these cool products. And then just before Black Friday, like, hey, if you buy them in a combination, if you buy 4 things together, you get 20% off Black Friday only. Not bad. You could put a doorbuster. First 30 people that DM me get blank for free, something like that. And then, what I'm going to be doing is putting the gift guides. Have a romantasy fan. Here are books that we carry, that we publish, that are romantasy. Get this for the horror lover on your gift guide, right? Do those. So then the sale that we have, once again, when it gets to that sale, and we do have some specials that are going to happen all month. I've been saying, here's some things. Oh, look at how cool this is, and then, ooh, this weekend they're on sale. And then we've got a Christmas sale that's different. But all month they've been seeing these gift guides, and we have a lot of them. In fact, I made a list. I started a list yesterday. Okay. Each one of those that you saw in there very quickly, didn't get to look at. Each one of them is a category for a gift guide for the publisher. Now, okay, so each of those, you can see there's easily 20 of those. I need to start November 1st and do it at least once a day, showing them. Put them in different places, maybe. Make them look a little bit different, which I am going to do. Okay, so you need to be, once again, priming the pump leading up to Black Friday, so that when you hit Black Friday through Cyber Monday, you have things that have people's attention. They know what they want, and they're getting the deals that they're actually looking for on those days. They're not buying stuff at full price over that weekend. They might buy your sale item and put the full price item in the basket because, hey, shopping math. I saved 25% on that, so it's kind of like I got it for free. So I better buy this. Look at the price difference. Wow, what a great deal. And then you lead into you've already told them all about these products. Now you've got your holiday sale, right? Now here's the other thing. Gift guide number 2. So these are products that we carry, okay? But if you have a business, once again, I don't care what it is, but if you have a business where there's a brand you involved, or product involved that your business uses that you don't produce, sign up for affiliate links. Like, get on with Amazon to be an affiliate. You can now make a gift guide. So I was talking about, Bruce and his car detailing. So what are the 6 items that you use in car detailing that are killer? And you make a gift guide of just those things. Doesn't mean they're on sale. It's Bruce's car detailing gift guide. And you go to Amazon and you set up an affiliate link, and you take the link and the picture and you put it in the gift guide. Okay. That gift guide can then go on your social media and go out in your newsletter. Have that gift guide drop. I would do it like right after Thanksgiving or right before Thanksgiving. Doesn't mean you're doing a Black Friday sale. In fact, you have no control over those sale prices from your affiliate link. But make sure you build something that is unique and not the product you sell, although you can slip a couple of your products in there as well. Hey, Michael. Yes, every link I give from Amazon is an affiliate link. Hey, Michael, as long as you're in here talking about that, I have a question. See, there he said it. How have you done with Amazon? Because we've had an Amazon affiliate account forever. We've done these amazing gift guides, and I know people have bought things, and I really have made nothing off my Amazon account. I've made more off of things like, and this is where it also comes in, you don't have to just do Amazon. So like we had an affiliate link with a headphone company that was really cool. Their stuff now, they're not a player like they were, but for a while they were a player, and their stuff was really cool. And we had an affiliate link with them, and it was great. It paid $5 on every set of headphones that sold. And I would make the gift guide, all these Amazon things, and those headphones were in there. And the link that I put was to that. And we made more off of that than we did off of any Amazon. But here's the thing with the Amazon thing, and this is why it really boggles my mind. Number one, I know people bought and we're not getting anything, but I also know that if you, and this is what's cool with Amazon, if somebody buys or if they click on your Amazon link, so Michael, you put an Amazon link on there for the last Seth Godin book, right? And I click on it and I'm like, yeah, I want to get that. And I'm going to buy it because I saw it on Michael's thing. And whether I know or not, you're getting a sliver of that, right? Anything else you buy on that shopping session, you get a sliver of. So if I decide, hey, I'm in there, I bought the Seth Godin book for, $20. You know what? Time to buy that PS5. You're going to get a sliver of that. Okay. Here we go. People ask me what golden mic I use, so I give them the Amazon link. Amazon is 2% to 12%, and your cookie is good for 24 hours. Okay, so the cookie is good for 24 hours. The cookie meaning they go in there, they put it in their cart, and for 24 hours, you're going to get 2% to 12%, depending on what it is. I've barely made anything off of this Amazon link, but I know people have bought from it. And I am a big fan of it because you have so many products you can pull from. Have you done well with your Amazon link? Because maybe I'm doing something weird. I had this great thing I did too. I'm not saying great like I'm great. I want to be clear about that. When I was I had all these people in Chicago Podcasters Unite that were asking about equipment. So I put together these equipment bundles and I made this really cool graphic and everything, and I put it together, and you could buy individual things, or you could click and put all of it in your basket, and it was all Amazon. Once again, I know people bought it because they wrote me afterwards, but did they go past the 24-hour mark, or was there something else that I did wrong? Because we never got anything off of it. So, Michael, that's my question. Have you ever gotten anything off of it? Because if you have, we might need to talk to see what I'm doing wrong. Let's see. I haven't made much, but I haven't been promoting anything much. Maybe a few bucks. Electronics is like 2 to 5%. Yeah, it's not great. It's not great, but if they buy my microphone through there, if they buy this and maybe one of the bundles I did actually had this microphone back here and had this and had the cables that you need to set it up. I mean, that's probably $1,500, 2%. I mean, it's not great, but it's better than no percent, right? And that would be like an incredible voiceover setup. In fact, that's what I built on that one was this. You want to do voiceover, you want to do, a narration for a book, or you want to have like a soundproof thing for your ads that you're doing on a podcast. That mic, the correct cables, and then I even had like an inexpensive way that you could soundproof an area so you could get that like nice, deep, rich sound without the world out there. And I know at least 2 people that bought it because they told me about what they were doing with it. And I don't think I ever got anything. You can go into earnings and actually see what was bought. One time I saw someone get a wireless router, vitamins, and a dog bowl. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Watch, I'll go in there and be like, oh my God, I've got $500 in earnings that I never knew was there. Could happen. Could happen. The most successful one, other than the headphones, has been swag for me, TeePublic, which also I did in the gift guides. I would do gift guides for each of the shows that we had. And so, like, I'd take Enough Said, and I'd have all these, like, Marvel, like, pop vinyls, games, T-shirts, and I would do the T-shirts through both Amazon, or I would go to, like, TeePublic and find really cool ones, or I would make a really cool one specifically for our show, and I would put those inside the gift guide. And yeah, the T Public one was the one that's been consistent. It once again hasn't paid a lot, but it's something for people that are like, well, I wanted to pay for my show. Well, you should be able to pull the money to pay for at least your RSS feed or whatever. Uh, if you can come up with a couple of T-shirts or mugs or whatever that you can promote and sell. There's lots of ways to do it, lots of opportunities, and here we are going into the holidays. Think about those things. Think about things you can add to your mix that you can sell, and don't start it December 10th. Start thinking now, start planning now, start strategizing now, figure out where you're going to post it and what you're going to post, where you could maybe pull a little bit of money, where your audience is going to be super interested in it, right? And start promoting right away, because November 1st, as far as I'm concerned, is where you start pulling that trigger. Building awareness doesn't mean you have to tell them what your sales stuff is, but you start building awareness so that by the time Black Friday and Cyber Monday hits, you know, here's what I'm doing for Black Friday, here's what I'm doing for Cyber Monday, here's what I'm doing for my December sale, here's what I did for Halloween, and you know where it's going, and you can start saying, well, what are some affiliate things I can put in there? Is that Amazon you're talking about, Michael? As an affiliate, there are digital products that give 50% commission. Yeah, you must capitalize on Black Friday and Cyber Monday. It's an opportunity, and I don't care what your business is. You're a dog walker. Here's affiliate stuff you can do. You can promote your business and make more business out of it, but you can also get that passive income by doing this. I say passive. It's a lot of work to get all that lined up and to figure it out, but once you do, it can make things flow for you. Or you can be like me, and we get all the things set up and we get a lot of accolades for it. A lot of people love it, but for some reason Amazon doesn't come through for us. Getting over a cold. Excuse me. I got all worked up. Yeah. You know what? You know what might be fun? Michael, since you're here, next Saturday morning, you got a half hour? Because maybe we will do specifically have you on. Let's just talk about how to capitalize on some of this, just like from a marketing standpoint. Let's you and I throw ideas out there and see what can happen. Are you available next Saturday morning? Let me know. Either DM me or write it in here. Shoot, it escapes my mind. What's this? Oh, Commission Junction. You're talking about some of the places, yeah, that you could capitalize. Yeah, back when we had started our network, we joined a bunch of these things, and we did really nothing with them, but we had really phenomenal products in that. The problem was, it was podcasting was the problem, because even then, I mean, for so long, you couldn't market to people because you were still busy telling them what a podcast was, trying to sell them on that idea. Yes, for the second half. Okay, Michael, I'm going to put you down. So 8:30, Michael Copeland. All right, man. I've got you down. So let's just talk about that. Next Saturday, we'll start at 8:30, and we're just going to talk about, like, getting ready for that, and ways you can market, and ideas for where you can maybe make a few bucks, because let's face it, you're leaving tons of money on the table if you don't put the time in ahead of time. We always get to that last moment and go, "Oh, I've got an idea for a whatever," and you're like, "It's December 10th already." Too late. You know, I always get that flurry of ideas right at the end where I'm going, "Oh my God, they can still get this." There's like the last day of shipping is December 20th. So we've got to push, 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 push. And it's like, yeah, but I've already missed the boat. I should have started November 1st, priming the pump, so that when we hit Black Friday and Cyber Monday, we've got mojo. And then we take a breather, and boom, we've got our holiday sale that is different, or our holiday promotion, or whatever it is. And boom, opportunity number 2. Opportunity number 4, because you've got Halloween, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, holidays. Okay. I think we're going to end it. Michael, that sounds great. Great. We'll be in touch this week. Let's totally do this thing. And I'll send you, there's a link that I have to send you so you can join me on here and we'll split screen it. It's going to be awesome. All right, everybody. So let me just say it again. Next Sunday, we are doing Huracan. Don't just forgive me. I did not know I was going to show this. So it's showing my actual Canva. But Huracan next Sunday from 1 to 4 Central. It is a virtual event. We're going to have 3 hours of really cool panels. Liz Gelati from Sphinx PR, myself, and then a third party who I can't name yet are kind of throwing this thing together. And we're going to have it donate money to hurricane relief. Bam. We're going to take a percentage and give it to hurricane relief. We've got a specific charity we're trying to get everything lined up with. But we have just a great lineup. So watch my socials this week. Watch my Facebook, my Instagram. Follow those places. We're going to make a Facebook event in the next day or so that you can sign up for and get alerts from. And if you're a creator or somebody who wants to be involved, reach out to me, DM me. We're trying to do something cool. And I think we have the right people to do something cool. So there you go. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back next Saturday. I will have my guest Michael Copeland on, who was supposed to be on before. He's going to be on this time, 8:30. So you get a half hour rambling and then you get marketing talk. All right. That's it. Thank you so much, everybody. Huracan next weekend. Pay attention to your socials. Sign up for it. Tell your friends. Spread the word. It's going to be really cool. Thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend.